Hi, good evening. We are transmitting directly from Berlin. The service and drinks that's about to start. So keep on the line, and soon we're gonna have a really, really nice talk about financial services. Wow, I'm too dark. Sorry, we are already broadcasting. Starts at 8.
Okay,
So we
fair
have
enough.
to start.
So yeah, excellent. A super start then. Yeah. Where's Manuel? And let's give Manuel a sign maybe.
Second round.
Yeah, you can do.
Now it's gone.
So Mauro, let's start. Mauro was just reminding us that we are already live broadcasting for all the people who can't make it to here tonight. And as you might wonder, there are no loudspeakers transmitting actually what I'm saying, and it looks like a ridiculous prop, right? But actually, this is for the broadcast. So, as you wonder, like, why is that guy having this microphone? Well, so welcome to the Service Design Drinks. As last time, we were really surprised how many like first timers there were. Quick question: whose first time at a Service Design Drinks event it is? Oh, quite wow, nice. It's like 25%. Or yeah, lovely. Okay, cool. So let's start. So oh, that's the perfect positioning of the camera. So as you might have seen in the Facebook event or elsewhere on Twitter, so this topic today is designing for financial services. So in the past, we've been discussing things like public services and further that, or education, and we felt it was really about time to look into financial services, as this is sort of like a trending topic now, and you have all those interesting services popping up, not only in Berlin but other cities as well, and they have like quite an interesting twist on service experience or user experience. So we are really glad, and we're gonna say a few more words in a second, to have two experts from Service Innovation Labs, service design agency from Berlin, here tonight, and they're quite deep experts on that topic. Super briefly, for those of you who haven't been attending our round, so who are we? So Service Design Berlin, we are running this sort of as a part-time activity next to our regular things. So Katrin, she's a PhD candidate looking into policy making and innovation. Olga, who can't be here today, is a business consultant. Manuel, who's over there, he's a service designer at his own agency running with Olga called Fuchsblau. Myself, I'm working for Nokia's mapping division, and Mauro, who's working for his as well own little new venture called Buana. Yes. Yeah, you can ask more things later. But yeah, more importantly, who's the host? We are very happy today being invited to Wire. I personally started using this. Personally, I was using this service like from day 2 on, so I quite like it, and maybe you say
you'll get a free shirt afterwards.
Woo! All right. Okay.
Hey guys, great to have you here. My name is Siim. I look after the community and marketing at Wire. And I have some housekeeping notes and something about Wire. So let's do the first. What is Wire? If you haven't downloaded it yet, download it because, as some guys among the organizers say, it's the best sliced bread. It's a messaging app, and what we've done is existing best bits and put them together in a new way, in a very beautiful, in a very elegant way, and made it all secure. We genuinely care about the privacy. Wire is actually headquartered in Switzerland, taking advantage of the bank's privacy laws. All our data is definitely in the European Union, and they know in this country especially, this is kind of a big deal. All right. Okay, excellent. So with Wire you can chat, obviously, you can call people, you can send them animated GIFs, sketches, photos. That's it. Thank you. And media, so YouTube links or SoundCloud or Spotify is embedded right into the conversations. It's really nice. Enough with the pitch, download it, and find me or some of the other guys who's already on Wire. We have a group chat going for this event. And we're posting photos and all sorts of silliness from it. So I'll get to that. So some housekeeping things. Drinks, I assume you've already found the corner there for the drinks. If you haven't, now's a good time to grab one before the talk starts. Toilets are through this door. Then with Wi-Fi, which is ZP Guest, is the network name, and the password is wire.berlin2015, all lowercase. And on the other side, where the actual office is, we have a pretty nice rooftop. Outside, someone with a wire shirt. And yes, as I mentioned, or as Natalia shouted, we have a little competition. In the far corner there, we have a photo booth set up. There's an iPad with Wire on it, and you should take a photo using all the props or not. And the funniest, most brilliant photo posted into the group chat wins a group bag, which I have here, full of nice stuff. That's it.
Yeah, you should really try out the GIF feature, or like as it's now said, like the GIF feature, whatever. Yeah, as we said, we are broadcasting this globally, and we really realized that it's sort of a small but growing number of people watching. So last time it was people from various time zones even. Coming to our dear speakers today, we have Nina and Sebastian from Synapse, both working there as service designers, and both actually have quite a connection to banking and financial services. So Sebastian was working for or with in his own agencies for ING-DiBa, working there on the mobile applications, and Nina herself, she was working with the Zürcher Kantonalbank, running their design thinking workshops and so on. So they quite have an inside experience, and gonna share now like what does it take designing
Hi, yeah, my name is Sebastian. I'm a bright guy. My name is Sebastian. I'm a designer. Like, I'm actually also a service designer at Service Innovation Labs, not an experience designer. And I joined Service Innovation Labs in April this year. Before I was running my own company for 5 years, and we were designing services for banks, especially for ING-DiBa, which is Germany's largest online bank. And today I just want to share some insights about what it means to design for financial services, and yeah, give some tips, some stuff. And when I'm telling people what I'm doing, saying, yeah, I'm a designer, then they always ask me, so what are you designing? And I'm telling them that things like online banking systems, for example. And then they ask me, okay, do you have to really design this? And why are you doing this? And say, yes, you have to design this because it's very important. I'll show you why today. I prefer it because it's something I'm going up in the morning and I think I'm doing something very useful. And as a designer, I also think that money is a quite good invention because without money, it's all about exchanging things. You have to exchange things. So for example, you have this guy, he wants to have a pick and he's a spoon maker. So he has to give this guy 30 spoons. So sharing this. And so this guy, I mean, what should he do with all the spoons? So I think with money, a lot of things are just much more easy. Yeah, because it's a kind of thing to, yeah, an exchange possibility. And also design and the financial industry, they have a quite long history together. For example, this is the logo of Zürcher Bank. It's designed by Stankowski. He's an artist, painter, and graphic designer. And he made this in the 70s, and it's a really good logo. It means you have like this growing dynamic thing in the middle, and it's surrounded by a stable square. So you have this growth in a stable environment, basically. And I also and he designed this logo so you could see the branches of the bank from far away, so you could see them in the street. And I think it's still quite good today because it also works very well as an app icon, for example, because it's square and you really see it. So if you have an iPhone and you have the Deutsche Bank app, it will be one of the most recognizable app icons on it. And if you design for banks, well, it's a lot about the perception of trust. So if you see this, like for banks, they have all the same product that they're selling, and they basically sell products to the same conditions. So they can't really differentiate themselves with their products. So they sell loans, they have accounts, and yeah, they might have slightly different interests, but basically they can't really differentiate with their product. So they can only differentiate with their brand and how they are perceived somehow. And what is most important is really trust, because you have your money there and you want to trust them. And as a designer, you can do a lot for trust, because things that look strange are not trustworthy. I mean, this is in German, and it's a phishing mail, and probably everyone of you have got a phishing mail already somehow. So you know this. And this is saying like that your account is running out of time, and so you have to renew it, and you have to follow this link and put in your bank credentials. The other thing, if you design for banks, then you have to think about the fun factor of the customer. So if you have this fun factor between something that's very much fun, like meeting with friends, or here's something that's not so much fun, like going to the dentist somehow, then maybe banking is somehow here. And maybe, depending on your financial situation, it might be even worse, like behind the dentist. And it's actually something that's very necessary. So you can compare it to something like toilet paper. Like you need it like every day, but you won't speak about this with your friends somehow. And if you ask people how they experience banking, which I did a lot like in the last years, then you find a lot of commonalities. And one thing is that the most people, they speak about that in the end of the month, they don't have enough on their bank account, or they wonder why they have so less on the bank account, because they don't have an overview about what's going on there actually. And then a lot of people, if they have done this banking things, then they feel relieved. So afterwards they feel relieved. So banking is stress for them. Like logging in and making this banking process and all this stuff is stressful. And if the software is not easy to understand, it's even more stressful for them. Okay, I'm designing interfaces for a long time, and I usually know how they work, but I wasn't finding something in this bank account of me. And I was looking around really long, and then suddenly this pops up, and it says me that what you're doing is forbidden, and don't use the browser navigation, and don't work parallelly in different tabs. So don't do this. As a designer, you actually have a lot of power to change this, to make things more understandable. As Don Norman said, like attractive things, they work better, and that's scientifically true. So this is a study done by 2 Japanese scientists, and they made a lot of interfaces for ATMs, so automatic teller machines, Geldautomat in Germany. And they always use the same components for these interfaces, but they arrange them differently. And then they were asking people, how attractive do you think they are? And then they were trying out how good they understand these interfaces. And surprise, the more attractive things, they really work better. People understood them better. So if you make things beautiful and aesthetic, then people will understand them better. They will understand the interface of your bank, and they will have less stress if they use it. And so don't let them spend too much time there. They want to find the things they need at the point where they are. So for example, this is an example of the ING-DiBa. It's the balance overview, which is, no, they are under there, can't see. But what there is there's a context-sensitive navigation bar. So depending on going to be shown on this navigation bar. And also the most important thing here, for example, is the transaction. So the transaction is on the left upper corner, and like in the reading direction, you can find it, because also people trust interactions that they are used to. So if you're designing for banks, try to give them things like processes that they understand, they know how they work, because they are used to use them from other services, which they're using in their daily life. And this is a quite good example. It's a Deutsche Bank login. I think it's one of the most complicated logins in Germany. You have to put in the Filialnummer, 3 digits. You have to put in the your account number. You have to put your sub-account number. And you have to put your PIN in. And then you can even choose where do you want to go before you log in. And on the other side, there's number 26, which is, who of you knows number 26? Oh, quite a lot. Yes, good. Yeah, it's a new bank. And what they are doing, their login is just like an email account and a password. Like you're used to do this like from other services. So you give them something they're used to. Very easy. No, I can show this. Like I was opening basically like 2 banks account at the beginning of the year, and one of them were at Consorsbank, which made a rebranding last year, and they sent me all of these things like this, and here's some more things which I can't show you now because I have to hold this here straight for a moment. And yeah, One thing is also very funny, because I had to glue this here on, so I could put it in the folder. So they made really nice graphical design and things, and inside there are a lot of things. And outside there's written everything you need, what is important. But I never used anything of it. Because I didn't need it. And it took me 2 weeks to open this bank account, because if you open a bank account online, you have to do the postident, you have to go to the post office, you have to ID number, and then they send something. Yeah, it takes quite long. And then I got like 7 letters from them with PIN, password. Okay, and then I opened a bank account at number 26. How the half of you too. And in 5 minutes, I download the app of them. I had to register with the password and my email address. With my email address, and made a password. Also made the password for my the PIN for my Mastercard there, and made a verification with the verify with ID Now, which is a video ident verification. It's very quick, and then it's done. And the bank account was opened. And 2 days later, I got only this thing from them, just 1 letter, and inside there was just this little card. And that's all I got from them. Yeah, and then I told this to my girlfriend. And my girlfriend said, I would never do this. This is like not secure, I don't trust this. And what is also something that is like, so this is actually perfect amount you can send to people so they trust you as a bank. If they're not like early adopters or something like this. So yeah, you can make this process very easy, but on the other side, sometimes people want to have a lot of things in their hands so they can trust this. Yeah, and also when I spoke about ING-DiBa or number 26, they actually, for them it's very easy because they are digital in the first place. So they don't have to do this digital change because they have never been a retail bank, you know. And if you think about bank infrastructures, IT infrastructures, they're made to defend against all kinds of threats. So that's what an IT infrastructure of a bank is doing. So it's very complex and it's also secure. And so you can't easily change it. So also fintech. So fintech means financial technology. It's an abbreviation of this, like together neologism. You have a lot of this. You have a lot of advantage to this. So you can build everything new, all the digital processes from the beginning. So you can help even those things. On the other side, you have to really at the beginning. So you have to really work to gain trust. While, for example, something like the Sparkasse, yeah, they have these people working there, and everyone knows them, and you know the guy who's working there because you're in the same soccer club, and you know him from school, and he's selling you the loan and all this stuff. So you trust them somehow. A lot of people trust them. How do you gain trust as a fintech? I think the first thing you can do is really use your advantage, and this is you can offer more convenient digital services, so you can take the stress away from making banking. You can do this better than banks because you have a leaner infrastructure and a leaner IT, and you really have to communicate your value proposition very clear, what you're actually doing, because that's how you can differentiate to the banks. So here, for example, is Wamo. Wamo's a startup they offer a new kind of investment. So you can, okay. They offer a new kind of investment, and they really clearly show why you should go to them, because you get more interest. You get more interest than from a Tagesgeldkonto, for example. And what they also do is they build a really like strong brand and a unique brand. So they always use this squirrel. So everywhere you see the Wamo thing, there's always a squirrel, so you can identify the brand of the squirrel. And yeah, one thing you also have to do, you have to appear in press, you have to be there, you have to be known, you have to, yeah, you can also try to use icons, like from TÜV, if you can afford this. And you need to do this for a long time, because it will take time to establish. Yeah, and so touch it. Ah, okay, I should touch it. Okay, perfect. What did I knew this was happen. You were looking like all the time, like already, like. Yeah. Okay. And now we come to the end of the presentation. There are three things. I think they will influence the way we will design financial services in the near future. And also now, things that are going on, I think that are important if you develop these processes. And one thing is that there are new ways of verification. So you have this, what I've shown before, video ident thing. So you don't have to go to post anymore. And you have to do this process very good so people trust them. Also, Commerzbank is using this already, for example. You have the possibility of biometric verification, like the Touch ID, for example, which is also coming and which is also very discussed at banks, if you use this or not, because, you know, you can, if your password gets stolen, you can change your password. If someone somehow hacks your fingerprint, yes, you can't change it. So it's a discussion. It's very good for usability and for the UX, but it's also, yeah, if it's safe, I don't know. And the other thing is the new ways to save money, because at the moment you get very low interest on savings. So there are now possibilities to have easy ways to invest in the stock market also, for example, like with Wamo, where you have, they have like this kind of allocated portfolio, and you just connect your bank account basically to them, and you make a monthly transaction, and they invest this money. So it's kind of easy investment. So people are starting to use this. And the other thing is that payment is going to change also at the moment. In the internet, you have what you call contextual commerce. So for example, you have this buy it buttons on Pinterest now. And yeah, mobile payment is coming, and that's also very interesting how people will use it and how it will, yeah, how it will get adapted. But the fact is actually that still plenty of all payments in Germany are cash. So this is also, like, for example, here now, like a lot of people that are, you know, into this fintech thing and thinking about how you can do this better and how you can pay with your smartwatch and all this stuff. But you really should consider that this is the fact still in Germany. But it will also change. I think already 14% of people under 25, they are now using mobile payment or tried out mobile payment already. So these things are slowly coming also here. Okay. So just a quick overview about this topic. And yeah, let's continue the conversation also online with Nina and me. You can just connect, and yeah, we can share some insights also.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And one thing we always do is not only yeah, just having an input to talk, but actually trying to go into a hands-on interactive mode. And Nina is going to introduce that.
Yes, thank you. Martin, could you maybe put up the stuff? Oh, yeah, that would be great. Okay, hello, I'm Nina. You probably wondered what I'm doing here, and we're gonna do some interactive session together. So what we were thinking is that it would be great to really get into these topics that Sebastian told you in the last bit about investing, new ways of saving, about mobile payment, and about new identification methods. And Martin, what he's doing is putting up some paper, so afterwards you can break up in groups and find yourself with like 4 or 5 people you don't know at one of these spots. There's also spots in the back, and it's all written down what you are asked to do. So we invite you to brainstorm on the given topic, what are the love points and what are the pain points, and then pick one of each and brainstorm ideas on how you could solve it, and really try to also consider these kind of trends, like what kind of technology solutions are out there, what kind of maybe also human needs are out there coming up that we can use to improve banking and make it less stressful. So I would suggest just get started. We have around 15 minutes plus some minutes, but I would suggest 15 minutes, and then maybe in the end 1 or 2 groups can present their most amazing idea. Okay. Yep.
And we are closing the live stream. Hope you see you next time. And please let us know what you think about it. And if you have any questions, drop it. Ciao.